mathematicians, would you please get out your worksheet that looks like this? Same thing that we've been doing the last couple of days together, finding the missing addend and a few missing sums. So taking out your worksheet, putting your name at the top, taking out your black marker, crayon, color pencil, whatever you're using to write your numerals, as well as your purple math symbol, marker or crayon. And what am I missing? Oh, and our red for our missing addend underline. Okay. Looking at our worksheet, we see the first one is given for us. We know, what are the two things that we know? Right, we know the sum and one of the addends, but we're missing an addend. If you pretend like this one's the lighter color, so we know that's the one that they gave us. So we know 4 and something else makes 7. Let's do number 1 together. So what are the two numbers that we know? Looking at the number 1, what are the two numbers that we know? Right, we see one addend. Our addend is 8, and we see our sum is 9. Okay, using your numeral marker, crayon, pencil, whatever you decided upon, we're going to first write our addend. What is that we found in number 1? Right, 8. Writing that underneath. 8, and then I'm going to use my skinny purple marker, but you can use whatever purple you would like for your math symbol. This is an addition problem, so we need what symbol? Right, our plus. 8 plus, right, we don't know yet. 8 plus missing addend equals, but we know our sum. What's our sum? 9. You got it. Oh, okay, so 8 plus something equals 9. I'm going to use my strategy with the dots. The dot counting strategy really helps my thinking with math. So we first write our addend that we know. Remember, addend that we know, which is 8. Oops, a little sideways. 8, and then writing the sum or the total that we know, which is 9. Okay, doing our little tilted when I'm writing from the side here. So making our dots, counting up from 8, 9. So just putting our 1 dot in here to show 8, 9. Okay, let's double check. 8, 9, and count how many dots? 1. So our missing addend is 1, right? 8 plus how many more equals 9? 1, right? We can use our fingers as well. I like to use my fingers too. We can think 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1 more equals 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right. We can double check using our fingers as well, or with our counters, whatever works best for your math thinking. Okay, let's do number 2 together, and this time let's write our number sentence the other way. Do you remember how to do that? Right, writing our sum first. In this, we see our two numbers. Our addend that we have is a 1, and our sum is a 10. So writing 10 first, and then we need our math symbol, plus, no, equals, you got it. Equal, 10 equals, what's our addend that we know? 1 plus whatever our missing addend is. So underline. You got it. Okay, so using our same strategy, I'm going to erase my 2 numbers. The addend that we know is a 1. And then our sum that we know is a 10, right? Okay, so now we need to make our dots counting up from 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and always putting that dot there to show 10. Okay, double checking. 1, 2, 3, or let me think here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 dots. Going backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 dots. So 1, and how many more make 10? Right, 9. We could also do with our fingers. We have 1, and then counting up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 fingers that we added to the 1. So 9, or 1, and 9 more equals 10, right? So we can put our 9 there in our missing addend's place. And I forgot up here, let's write our missing addend up here was, we had the 8, we needed the 1, so putting that up in your square, your rectangle. And then our missing addend here was a 9, so putting that in the blank rectangle. Okay, so same thing that we've been doing, finish going through that. And there is another worksheet that looks just like that with different numbers to continue your practice with missing addends and missing sums. We also have one more worksheet to do together today. Let me put it on my board here. Okay, so for our next worksheet, looks like this. We have strings of number sentences here, and it says again, I'll read it. It says, each animal is thinking of a number. Write the number the animal is thinking of at the end of the number sentence. So looking at number 1, we see, do we see 1 or 2 addends? Thinking addend, 1 or 2 addends? Right. What's our first addend? 3. And our second addend is 0. So 3 plus 0, we're missing our sum. Okay, so we could either use our counters. We use our counters. We have 1, 2, 3 pennies. So we have our 3 pennies, and then we're adding 0 more. Okay, I added 0 more. How many do we have left? Or how many do we have now adding 0? Right, the number remains the same. 3 plus 0 equals 0, or 3, right? So let's take our black or whatever you've been using for your numerals, and let's trace our addends. We see 3, and then purple punctuation for our plus. And then our second addend is a 0 equals, and we just figured out 3 plus 0 equals 3, right? So putting that in. Oh, interesting. Now looking at the next number, we figured out our sum But we also figured out an addend. Oh, so we wouldn't have been able to figure out this one right here without figuring out, or we wouldn't have been able to figure out this missing addend without figuring out this missing sum. It's also a sum too, depending on which way you look at it in the number sentence. Because when you look at it here, it's after the equal sign, so it's our sum. But here, it's next to our addition sign, our plus, so it becomes an addend. Interesting. Okay, so now we finished this part. Now we have our two addends. What are our two addends? 3 and 2. Okay, before we go on, we have to do our math symbol. Purple plus. And then our second addend, we have 3, and our second addend is a 2. And then purple symbol, purple math symbol, equals. So now we have those two addends. Let's see if I can hold up my pennies. So 3 and 2 more have my, oops, dropped one. My 3 pennies that I had before. 1, 2, 3. And my 2 pennies, 1, 2. Together, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So sometimes if it works better to use your counters, you can do that, or your fingers, or mental math, or you can do the counting dots. There's lots of different strategies that we can use. So we figured out 3 and 2 more equals 5, right? So we wouldn't have been able to figure out that number without finding this number first. Okay, now we have another one. Okay, so now we're getting to the number that the animal is thinking of, the one that's in the square. So we need to finish up, we finished these, so now we need to look 5, math symbol, purple, 5, plus, what's our next addend? You know, this is our first addend, the one that was missing that we just figured out. Sorry, there's a police officer. 5 and 2 more, right, those are our 2 addends, equals, we're almost to our mystery number. Purple equals. Okay, I'm gonna use my fingers this time because I don't have enough hands to hold my 5 pennies. So we have 5 pennies, or 5 fingers, or 5 avocados, whatever you want to think about in your head. 5 and 2 more. All together, that equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that what you also got? Right, 7, 5, and 2 more equals, we figured out our sum is 7. Okay, so do you kind of see the strategy that you need to use to find this number in the box? Right, you need to start at the first 2 numbers in the addition problem and then go towards the box or go to the left to figure out the missing number in the box. Down at the very bottom, it says, which animal is thinking of the highest number? So you need to look, once you have solved the number sentences and found the number in each box, you need to circle the animal or the box, whichever one. Circle it or color it in with a crayon, whatever works, that to show that that number is the highest number. So looking at the animal's numbers that they are thinking of and circling the highest number. Okay, everyone, have fun and good luck. This one looks exciting. You could also color in the animals. I would do that. I like coloring in, maybe with colored pencil or crayon or marker. you could color in the one that's the highest, or you could color in all 4 of them. Okay, I'm gonna let you do the next 3 on your own. And don't forget to put your name at the top. And you are all set. Okay, everyone, I'll see you tomorrow for some more math worksheets. Bye!